everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen, and for those of you who don't know me, I am a mixed media artist and art journaler, and I share video tutorials, hints and tips on this channel twice every single week. So don't forget to hit subscribe right now down at the bottom, hit my little face, and you'll make my heart very happy. So this video tutorial is a follow-up to a video that I did previously, which I will link to in this video, if you can keep track with all of that. So I shared a technique that I like to use to organise all of my ephemera, bundle them all up and create little kind of inspirational pockets within your journal. So a lot of you had asked me in the comments and had reached out to me to say we would love to see what you do next with them. So this video is exactly that, so we'll get on with the tutorial. To another video, and as I said in the introduction, if you haven't watched part 1 of this where you see how I organize all of my paper bits, then I would definitely recommend that you go back and watch that now. I'm going to link to it up somewhere up here. It'll pop up and you can go and watch that one first, because it will make a little bit more sense what I'm talking about, and it's a really great video, so why wouldn't you want to go and watch it? So just before we get started with making the actual page, so many of you had asked me in the comments of the video of the previous one to show you what I did with the items that I had selected. So my clipboard items are here. These are the things I kind of have pulled out. Some of them you saw me grouping together in the previous video. So I just wanted to show you what I'm going to be working with today. So I had added this in because I was using it just on another project, and I think I'm going to use that as well. So this is just some jelly printed tissue paper, and I'm just going to pop this to one side for now. And I just want to show you a couple of pages because I did actually have a play just for myself, not necessarily for filming anything in my journal, because I do like to do that as well, not just film tutorials. So these were some things that I had picked out. This paper was one of the things I had picked out for a journal page, and also the sewing pattern as well. And then I popped this little moth in with it. So I like how that page turned out. And these are my watercolor markers. I'm completely obsessed with these. And the next page here, this was an image that you saw me pick out as well. So this scrapbook paper I had bought just because I really loved all of the sketchy flowers and things. So I had used that as well on this page. So those were 2 pages that I had used all of my kind of things I had gathered together. So I had gathered together this little pile here that you saw in the previous video. So I have got my little girls here, and I've got these gold hearts, and I also have the sewing direction paper. So rather than the actual pattern itself, this is the instructions for the pattern, but I just really love the colours in this and the way it's kind of aged really nicely. So I'm going to work with these things here, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of this, and I may or may not add in, you know, maybe some washi tape or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the tutorial as normal, but just to fill you in, that's where I kind of gathered these things from. So for those of you who wanted to see what I do with them, then sit back, relax, and enjoy the tutorial. So I'm just getting started on the background for this page using the sewing directions like I showed you earlier, and also my jelly printed tissue paper. So the tissue paper and the sewing directions have this lovely kind of blue hue, so that's what I've kind of gone with as a colour scheme for the page. Nice blues and nice greens. It's a great way to get started on your page, to just throw down some either book text, or if you've got sewing patterns, they're great, or some painted papers, and it's a wonderful way to break that blank page for you. So my work is definitely all about the layers, but I don't like to have all that bulk, and the one way that I have of getting around it is to always keep a stash of jelly printed tissue papers around. It's such a... So I'm really pulling off the colours that are already on the page there from my jelly printed tissues and also from the sewing direction. So I'm going with this nice bright green here. It's almost a lemony green, and I have there on my desk, you'll see this new colour I just bought. It's from the craft range of paints that I can get over here in Ireland, and it's called Wild Violet, and it's just a really beautiful shade of purpley pink, and you'll see me using that in a moment as an accent colour. So this is a stencil mask that I'm using, and this is by Birgit Koopsen for Carabelle Studios, and this one is called Leaves. There's 3 in the set, and I really love this cute little leaf, so I thought it would make a really nice accent just there in the corner of my page. I just bring down the lovely wild violet colour to bring like a kind of strip almost of that colour there and have the leaf as the accent to it. So I go back in and I add a few other pops of this gorgeous colour as well throughout the page, just to create a little bit of unity across the 2 pages of my spread. So I'm using my Liquitex paint marker here, and I'm being a little bit controversial today, and I'm not using white. I know, I bet you're shocked. This is the neutral grey marker, and it goes over everything so nicely, and just thought that it would really work so well with the violet colour, and it really did. It looks much better, I think, than the white would have. I think the white would have been just a little bit too bright. So I really like this neutral grey. I'm definitely going to be adding it into my pages more and more. So my girls, I had decided already were going on the right hand side, but I felt that this left hand side was missing something, so I added in some scribbled journaling. So I just took my pencil and just started writing down anything that kind of came to mind. So I think I was kind of writing about how we should play, and we should embrace our inner child and play like children when we are working in our art, and that's what I kind of reflected on the page because of the pictures of the little girls here. So this is a stamp from Robin Marie Smith, and this is in her Mixed Media Essentials stamp set. So it's just kind of X's across the page. So I added them in with my violet Stays On ink pad because I just couldn't find my black one, and this one was close to hand, but I actually really like it because it's much darker than the purple that's on the page already. So I'm just going ahead and gluing down my little girls here. I love them, I think they're really sweet, so just using a glue stick to stick them into the journal spread. So I felt the journal spread was missing something, and you know me, the thing that it was missing was, of course, washi tape. So this is some new washi tape that I got recently from Dina Wakely, and I really love the colours and the different combinations that she had in the pack. This pink one that I'm putting down here especially is a favourite. So I just added it down to just give it a little bit more interest there along the bottom of it. I loved how these little hearts just added the perfect finishing touch to my spread. I've had them in my stash for absolutely ages. They've just been sitting there doing nothing. So I'm glad I finally used them, and I popped them onto this page, and it just completed the whole thing. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out the door, and I will see you again very soon for another tutorial.